There's nothing better than when you quench a thirst. And obviously, as you guys can see, it's currently nighttime. And we went down to the water. Because I feel like a lot of people don't realize how important water is. In terms of, obviously, you should drink it every day. There's no doubt about that. But also, humanity has learned a lot from water, dude.
Water. If you're not drinking enough water, your washroom visits are painful. Why would you want that?
Like, the Europeans back in the day, bro, they saw water. This is fucking hilarious. Yeah. They thought if they just kept going. I don't know how legitimate the story is or not, but like I was told and I read about it a couple times. But people always said that the Europeans discovered North America because they thought, hey, if we go west enough, we're going to spin around the globe and we'll just end up in India to trade their spices and silk and all this shit. That's why natives were called Indians, apparently. I don't know how legit the story is, bro. You know me. I'm a little retarded. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of shit where I don't know. But
shout out Christopher Columbus.
Yeah, bro.
But I don't know. Like, is that a bad thing to say? Because I feel like a lot of people don't like him anymore just because of the torture and
he did a lot of fucked up, bricked up shit. Nah, not bricked up in a good way, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And
bricked is one of those other words that could be used for multiple reasons.
It's like the word fuck, right?
Or,
universal.
What was the other one we discovered?
Oh, things that could be used universally?
Oh, yeah. Fuck it, we ball.
In my opinion, fuck it, we ball. I use it the same way I use it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The amount of times that I caught L's and I'm like, well, it is what it is. It's the same way where when I use fuck it, we ball. I can use it like, hey, I just bought some new chains. Fuck it, we ball.
Yeah, or like,
this isn't going right in my life. Fuck it, we ball.
I shouldn't be eating this dish with cheese in it. Fuck it, we ball.
Shouldn't have had chicken nuggets twice this week. Fuck it, we ball. Literally me last week.
Chicken nuggets. I love chicken nuggets, but I'm pretty sad I can't have them anymore. Because, you know.
That's a good thing, though, because realistically, bro, you're now eating better than I am. Sorry if my fucking mic is picking up all the... From my...
Listen.
My new suit.
If it's rainy, there's only one brand you could ever rely on.
And what's that brand, dude?
It's not South.
Nope. Is it North?
Maybe. And is it... What body part is it? Is it chest?
No, I don't think it's chest. Is it your feet?
South feet.
Oh, your face. North face.
If you're ever north, and so is your face, you can count on North Face to keep you warm and dry.
This is actually the second North Face thing I've ever purchased, and it was a huge impulse buy, 100%. But, like, you know when you need something and you've just been putting it off for so fucking long? Where you're like, I don't know if I'm going to buy that. I'm going to wait. Next pay, yada, yada, yada. And then when you finally buy, you're like, holy fuck, why did I wait so long?
Yeah.
That's me with this North Face. Literally saved my ass earlier today when it was an absolute fucking Amazon jungle rain, like, storm.
You can really trust North Face for any type of climate battles you're going to go about. If we ever go to, like, Alaska, do you think we're getting... What's that Walmart brand called? George?
Yeah, Walmart's George, and then Superstore's Joe Fresh.
Was Joe fresh at all?
Who's
bro?
Joe and was he
First
fresh?
of all,
dude, that pisses me off. Who the fuck is Joe and is he fresh? Show me an outfit, bro. Fuck is he talking about? Because every time I've gone to the Superstore, there's nothing fresh about Joe and that fucking bitch, bro. I'll tell you that much for free.
Joe is selling an abundant amount of clothing, and not even once did he show us if he was fresh.
I've never met a Joe that's been fresh. Honestly, I met one Joe back in high school.
Oh.
He was the biggest. I can't even. You know what? I'm gonna straight up say it. He was the biggest simp I ever met in my life. Did he ever? Was he ever fresh? No. Hey man,
What's
that's a you problem.
Okay, my only cousin. His name is Joseph.
You only have one cousin?
I hope so.
Dude, I got way too many, and a lot of them I'm not proud of.
I fucking love Joseph, man. He's my dog. But Joseph, I guess he does have style.
So Joe
Joe is
Joe
fresh.
is fresh.
Oh goddamn! But yeah, if you're ever going to Antarctica,
Yeah.
you better buy something fucking North Face, because there's only been a select amount of people that have conquered Mount Everest. Because some people have died doing it.
A lot, actually. I saw this one thing, this article a while back saying how, like, they still till this day find dead people on Mount Everest because it's like they died time ago and they just essentially just became ice cubes, bro, up there. There was a movie I watched about it actually, with like Jake Gyllenhaal and some other people. I don't know why.
Is that where that Argentinian guy ate everyone on the plane?
Okay, that movie. You ever watch a movie by accident and then you're like, damn, this is fucking good?
Probably
Like,
once in my life.
I've had two circumstances where I watched something by accident. I'm like, this is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other where I started to watch a movie by accident and then stopped.
'Cause
And
it was
both
too bad.
outcomes were good for me.
Oh.
Right? So the first outcome was that movie about people were going from Argentina to Chile, I think, right? And their plane crashed. Yeah? Is it that one?
Yeah. They're like a soccer team or some
Yeah.
shit, right?
And then they got hit by like bear avalanches. They were starving. So like they started to eat the dead people and shit because they had no other food. And then 3 of them set off to climb the mountains into Chile.
Mhm.
And excuse me, found like civilization and said, yo, we crashed like 2 weeks ago.
Were they like natives and shit, or just like
No,
actual town people?
No, they found random town people, like farms folk. You know what I mean? You know
Yeah.
those South American farm
Yeah,
folk
yeah,
that just,
like,
they don't understand
You're not
anything?
like
Yeah.
you got a cell phone.
Mm-hmm. So that was the first movie I watched by accident. The second movie I started to watch by accident, I'm glad I stopped. You ever heard of the Blair Witch Project?
Yeah. All I know about that movie is that scene where she's like fucking so scared and
Yeah.
just dripping
So-
sinus.
So that it's so gross. That movie.
So cold. Put on a fucking scarf, lady.
Yeah. So that movie I came across by accident. I was up late one night as a kid. Way too early for channel 35, but late enough that like I should have been in bed.
Like Spike 30, 11:45 p.m. I lie?
Hundo P. So they're like some random channels like, oh, coming up next, the Blair Witch Project. And my dumb ass being a kid, bro, I'm like, I didn't know what it was. So I thought to myself like, oh, it must be like project. It must be some sort of documentary. I'll stay up and see what it's about. Whatever. I literally can't fall asleep, right? So it starts, and for those of you that don't know, the Blair Witch Project is a horror movie, and it's the first style to be in like the
POV, right?
POV.
Yeah.
Because after that came Paranormal Activity,
Bro,
all that other shit, right?
let me tell you this really quickly about Paranormal Activity. The first movie came out when we were what, like 13 probably?
I think so, yeah.
So they were famous for fucking starting off their movies and saying this is like archive police
Based
footage
on a true story,
on a true
yada, yada,
story,
yada.
blah,
Oh,
blah,
I gotta
blah.
tell you something about that. It's gonna piss you off.
So I was a fucking young kid,
Yeah.
and I was watching these movies, and I would be fucking scared out of my mind because I'm like, this is real footage, this is real life,
Yeah.
and this could happen to me, right?
Yeah.
So like fast forward a year or two, and then I'm watching some sort of like award TV show, and I see the actors in the crowd, and the camera goes to them. I'm like,
How the fuck are you?
what's
I thought,
going on?
Like, you're just random.
You literally
Joe
got
Schmo.
killed by a demon at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
And that's when I realized it wasn't really real, and I felt stupid.
Before I go back to my Paranormal Activity story, I'm gonna tell you something that's gonna piss you off.
What, bro?
There's a select amount of things that I learned from film school.
Mm-hmm.
One of them was how loose the term of based on a true story is. Right?
That pisses me off,
So
bro.
legally, I'm gonna tell
Fraud.
you right now. Let's say me, you, and Sienna are in a room, and then me and you say, "Yo, one day Sienna just started shaking and she started floating." Right? We
Yeah.
just say that.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't even be true, but we say that, and then we make a movie out of it and say based on a true story. that counts. Because if one other person can kind of recollect your account, then you can like put that legally in front of a movie saying based on a true story.
What?
But it could be complete bullshit. So
that should
literally,
be
essentially, you
fucking-
could just lie, make up some wild ass movie about some girl getting dragged downstairs. Which I still have nightmares when I run up to the top of my stairs. I'm like, what if a demon just grips my legs?
Why
and
do
pulls me down?
we literally, like, most people feel that shit,
Yeah.
and still to this day, right? Just a large empty space. You got a staircase in front of you. You run, and it's just like, there's a demon fucking prying on me right now.
And he just grabs your legs and
Pulls you in
The
your
scariest
fucking...
thing about that part though is she gets to the top of the stairs and you think she's clear, and then like, and
Yeah.
they just pull her back down to the basement. To the basement. I mean, you
Okay.
put me down into my basement. You're pulling me down to my room, and then I'm gonna have the upper hand because I know everything.
I have,
you know what I
I have
mean?
a question for you. Okay, I know you've watched a good amount of movies and you appreciate movies and you can dissect them differently. What's to you, what's the best horror movie of all time?
Horror?
Yeah.
I'd probably say.
If you can't do number one, give me top three.
Okay, so honestly, anything by the Conjuring series I thought was amazing.
Facts.
I need a horror movie that's really gonna fucking make me shit my pants, for like better words.
Which is hard.
Yeah, it's very hard. Very.
Have you watched Hereditary?
No, I've seen clips of it. Isn't that when the kid's sitting in class and he randomly goes like this, and his body's like?
I don't know,
all that shit?
but that shit's a freaky ass movie. You
So-
should watch that shit, man.
I haven't seen that one. For me though, it's still gonna be I don't know, the Conjuring series, mostly because like the first one was so good in terms of like capturing they live in an old farmhouse and weird shit's happening, and they did a lot of good things to make that movie scary, right?
Yeah.
And then the second one came out, and it was like because it's based off of like a legitimate like husband and wife.
Yeah, there's
Ed
like
and
a kind of like a
Lorraine
real
Warren.
story. Again, who
Yeah.
knows if it's fucking, but
No, apparently
there's a
like their
real
shit,
story
like they're
behind
known,
it.
like some of their stories, maybe it's like the recollection is like kind of like bricked or whatever.
Bro, let me tell you about this. Okay, so hold up.
And yeah, we're doing back-to-back cigars because realistically we're on vacation.
Let's do a little Gar montage.
Gar montage.
Look.
That was a good Gar montage. And I'm ready. Actually,
And you know what? The element of like nighttime and the studio lights
yeah,
really
yeah,
gives
yeah.
off that
Mystique.
artistic smoke release.
Yeah.
So when I was like 6 years old, my dad my mind's been on that weird level since I was young. But I asked my dad like, "Oh, what's the scariest movie of all time you've ever seen?"
Yeah.
And he told me like the original Exorcist.
You know what? My aunt and uncle, like Victor's parents, told me the same fucking thing, and they would use that to scare me, bro.
Yeah, bro. But I was like fucking 6 or 7. I'm like, I want to watch that. And I remember my dad was like, "Nah, like you're too young." And then one day I was like 9 or 10, and it was Christmas.
Don't watch The Exorcist on Christmas.
And
That stresses me.
And my dad allowed me because I was like, been asking. I'm like,
Merry
bro, I've been
Christmas,
asking for
shit
5
your
years.
pants.
The gifts you got me, thank you. But all I really want is to watch The Exorcist.
Yeah.
So
Don't give a fuck about this Xbox. Let me watch The Exorcist. You can return it, Dad. Like, I just want to watch this movie.
Bro, that was literally my deepest desire, like, for like a couple years of my young single-digit life. So I watched it, and I really, like, I enjoyed it because it was, like, creepy. It was fucking sinister.
Yeah.
It was, like, fucked.
It was very different at the time, especially for that time, bro. It was very like, in other words, straight up out of pocket.
1,000,000% out of, bro. Where's the button when you need it?
Exactly. Like it was an out of pocket
Jesus
movie where
Christ.
people were like, "What the fuck is this?"
And the fucked up part is before, apparently, I mentioned this before to you, but I got a nun aunt that lives in Philadelphia,
That scares me.
and I think my dad told me that she told him that back in that day when those movies would come out, there wasn't really like trailers everywhere.
No, there
right?
wasn't. The only time you saw trailers was in a movie theater. They maybe showed 2 or 3 before they show the movie.
Exactly, bro. So imagine this releases worldwide, and it hits like a town that is majority Catholic, right?
Yeah.
And it has maybe like a nun community or something, and then they're like, oh, like The Exorcist. It's about like, God or whatever.
Mm-hmm. It's
Trying
about
to release these
removing
demons.
a demonic spirit.
Yeah.
It's going to be a learning experience.
Literally,
Sweetheart,
because
no, it's not.
they're not wrong to think otherwise. If
Because they're naive.
exactly, well,
out of in terms of, okay, here's the thing, right? Not naive in a bad way, but like nowadays, like me personally, I try and watch less trailers as I can.
facts.
Especially if it's for an MCU movie, which I fucking love. Like
Yeah.
Thor, I watched the first trailer and I'm like, I'm not watching anymore. So when we went into it, bro, like me, you, Sienna, and like the whole, like a good amount of the squad, I'm like, I don't really know what to expect. I know Christian Bale's gonna be a villain, and I know that it's gonna be a Thor movie, and that's it. Realistically, I didn't know what I was going into, but I know what you mean. Back in the day, there was like, you really went into it blindsided.
And I feel like that's probably the best way to watch any type of movie, because you're watching it
100%.
completely unbiased, right?
100%, dude. I've seen movie trailers. One time when I was like watching a movie, I didn't even watch it. I was on Netflix, and you know how Netflix, you hover over something, it plays a trailer.
Yeah.
I watched this trailer. After a minute and a half of and the trailer was like about 2 minutes. A minute and a half into it, I'm like, I know how this story ends. I know this
Bro,
whole fucking storyline.
It's stupid. Why would you do
stupid.
that?
It's a way. It's a good way to make your viewers or your potential viewers not watch your shit. That's the way I look at it. You know what I mean?
That's like, I don't know much about, I guess, the trailer industry, but I feel like that's such a lazy way to promote your movie, because you're
100%.
taking the easy route.
Yeah.
Like, don't tell me how the movie fucking starts and finishes in the trailer, because like then I don't want to watch it. Do a better job. Like, that's why, like Keel Peterson. Did I say his name right?
Who? Jordan Peele? No.
I don't know why I said Keel.
Fuck, the guy that
was
made like
brick.
Nope, which we gotta watch when we get back.
Oh, I'll be like,
Hondo P.
Wednesday?
Wednesday and then get sushi?
No, I fucking love sushi, especially sashimi with a little bit of soy sauce.
Dude, I
you wanna-
only eat sashimi.
We're gonna go watch Nope on Wednesday.
And we get sushi right after.
Yeah, 100 pieces
Dude,
of
that pisses me
sashimi.
off. That's gonna be so fucking
That's
good. Jordan Peele, though, is his name, I think.
so. What I really like.
Is it?
Jordan
My
Peele,
bad.
yeah.
Jordan Peele?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I think.
And then Keegan Michael Kay, because Key and Peele, yeah, just, my bad. You're right. Yeah.
So Jordan Peele, every time one of his movies has been promoted, he does such a good job with his trailers, because it's kind of like
You don't know what's gonna happen.
It gives you a peek about what the movie's about,
Yeah.
and it just fucking hooks you, but he doesn't fucking ruin it.
See, I feel the same way, too, with Quentin Tarantino movies. I don't watch any of his trailers because I know, okay, when this comes out, it's going to be good. When I watched Django, I just knew something about, like, a slave trying to get revenge. That's it. And then you watch it, and you're like, holy fuck, this movie's amazing.
Yeah.
Same with Hateful Eight. I just knew it was a bunch of people, like low-key degens in a cabin during a snowstorm, and I didn't know what it was about. And then you watch it, and then you get, like, your classic, like, Quentin Tarantino, like, kind of plot twist, like, modification on a story, and you're like, holy fuck, this is like top tier shit. You know what I mean? I feel the same way with Jordan Peele. When I went into both Get Out and what was his other? Did you see his?
Yeah, I seen all of them. Out or Get Out. Up. The one with like the family under the
Us?
world, right?
It's Us, right?
Yeah.
That one, I haven't seen it. I've seen Get Out maybe twice at this point, and I love like movies are my fucking shit. When I actually had like, because well, you know, everything moving digital now. Like before I like bought, I guess I was looking at one point. I'm like, should I get a 4K Blu-ray player or like a new Xbox at the time that played 4K? So I bought an Xbox because it was cheap, half the price, and I could do more. But essentially, I only bought it so I could watch, because I had a good collection of 4K movies and movies in general that I was buying and collecting, because I just love fucking movies, right? When I saw Get Out a couple times, maybe twice, 3 times at most, but I haven't seen Us ever since I first watched it in theater.
Oh yeah.
But
same.
it's one of those movies where you still remember some wild
Yeah.
ass shit where you're like, I gotta rewatch this because this is good.
And
like-
that's the crazy part, is he comes up with such original stories that aren't like the fucking typical horror movie, It's kind of like that's why I really like Black Mirror, because it's shit like that. It's like things that aren't
Psychological thrillers almost to an extent.
to an extent,
Mostly thrillers, some psychological shit.
but they're different, like super different.
yeah.
That's why I really love all that type of shit, man.
I heard good things about. Like I heard really.
Do you know
good
what the
things.
context of like the movie is?
If I'm not mistaken, it's a lot of things to do with people just buying into shit,
Mm-hmm.
believing what they see, yada yada yada, not really looking into it. Again, I am still like I saw his trailer when we watched Thor.
Oh yeah.
The trailer
Oh,
played,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm like, what is the story? Because like it starts off with the guy that played Glenn in Walking Dead.
Oh man.
So it starts
Oh,
with
my
him as
goodness.
like, do you guys want to see something crazy? And he's like, there's like a thing in the middle, and I'm thinking to myself when I first watched this, and then it cuts from that to the people on the farm. I'm like, are these people like tiny people? Like, is that like what it is?
Yeah,
and then,
yeah.
but then as the trailer went on and stuff, I'm like, what's this movie about? Like, I need to see. Like, it didn't give me a like a FOMO, like I need to watch it kind of thing. Like any Marvel movie, especially if an Avengers movie, you know FOMO instantly.
Avengers
right?
is All-Star Game.
So, but like it wasn't like that kind of FOMO. It was more of a FOMO where it was like, like I need to know what's happening in this movie. Like, what is this about, bro?
Yeah.
That's what I get from it. But to touch on what you said about like trailers and stuff, sometimes I feel like if it's a build up to a movie, like the event, like Infinity War, I went into it knowing one thing. After watching the last Thor at the time, I was like, yo, if there's one thing I need to know about this movie is that Thanos is coming, and they're gonna have to fight him, and that's what I pulled from Infinity War, right? And then you've seen it.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Infinity War, just like Avatar and fucking Apocalypto, watch it.
Yeah.
Don't be a fucking baby, okay? Watch it.
Yeah.
But when I watched that, at the end of Infinity War, I'm like, that was a good movie of like a, holy shit, the bad guy won. What do we do? What do we do
was
now?
that the movie where he snapped and like everyone cut?
Yeah.
And
So,
the- and the-
and it ends, bro. Literally, oh my fuck! It ends with one of the like two of the craziest scenes. It's like Captain America, and they're all in Wakanda, and they're kind of like the guys that survived. They're like, what happened? And then, Steve Rogers is like, he won. Like he won, and he drops to his knees, and he's like, he fucking like I don't know.
That's
you
so
know what I mean?
rare for the enemy to win.
And then the best part is that movie ended in one of the best endings I've ever seen a movie end. Because in the beginning, or at one point, you hear Thanos say, I think it was when he first meets Thor, like when he murks everyone on a ship.
Yeah.
He's like, my goal is to do what I have to do and watch. He's like, I'm gonna just watch the sunset on a grateful union. And then the
Oh,
movie
man, I
literally
hate
ends,
that.
bro. It's like quiet, and then you hear kind of like a somewhat like relaxing music, but like you shouldn't feel relaxed because when you realize it's for Thanos that the music's playing for, you're like, because like he's relaxed because he got what he wanted, and you see him walk up, and then he just sits down on his porch, overlooking his farm, and he
Yeah,
just,
that pisses me off.
And it literally pans over to like it comes around and it pans to him, and he just feels content, bro, because he's like, I did what I had to do. My mission is accomplished. But then as someone that's watched like all the MCU movies, you're like, the bad guy fucking won. Like he actually got what he wanted. And then you're just sitting there like, what the fuck?
Bro, if that's all you wanted was to overlook your fucking farm, sit on your rock outside of your home and just stare off to the fucking sunset, you didn't have to eliminate half the world.
But that's here's the thing though. Here's the thing. Yeah, if you guys can hear that, we got nature all around us.
We actually have a 1,000-member audience over
Yeah.
here, and all of them are reptilian insects.
I love being around nature, bro. The sound of the trees. If it like
They're
does a
not even
nice
hurting
drizzle-
us, bro.
No, they're not. And if it does a nice drizzle overnight, bro, it's gonna be a nice sound on the tent. That's all I gotta tell you.
There's a bug here that is taking its talents and delivering us a beautiful song.
100%. He's just singing, but honestly, he could be just asking for pussy. Because that's what like you ever heard
Yeah.
like an elk or like a moose cry for like
Yeah, bro.
They make it
horns that like hunters have to
Yeah.
replicate those noises.
Same
to
thing.
fucking.
Turkey calls. That's literally what it is. They're calling in the male turkey to.
That's such a dick move, bro. Imagine, yo, you're hunting you're hunting a bird that can't fly.
Yeah.
Come
but
on.
it's not as easy as you think it is, bro. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen it, but Steve Ranella, like the most elite hunter, he does shit with Joe Rogan and all these other like top tier guys. But he's hunted his whole life, right? And so he has a show on Netflix called Meat Eater.
Okay.
And each episode he goes around with like one of the episodes was with Rogan actually. But he goes around with his boys and they go hunting for specific things. Or sometimes they'll like be at his cabin in Alaska.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll go like deep sea fishing in Alaska to try and find stuff. Or he'll go scuba diving. It's actually a really good show because he'll find something and then he'll make a meal out of it. And you think to yourself like, damn.
Guy from Discovery Channel.
No. He's not on Discovery.
But you know who I'm talking about?
Bear Grylls and shit?
Yeah, the guy that fucking skinned
Bear
the seal.
Grylls ain't shit compared to Steve Ranella.
Really?
Yeah. Steve Ranella is the, like, I got I lied. I got 3 of his books at home, bro. Like, you'd actually like it. 2 of them are like cookbooks on how to make small game and then the other is how to make big game. And then the other is like a wilderness, like how to do shit kind of stuff. I love his stuff. Dude, he's so fucking elite. Like, I'll show you all of his stuff when we're not altered. But so his show, I think you would really like it because like he'll go hunting and you'll see the complexity. Like they'll be like almost a kilometer away from an animal, bro, and the wind will pick up in their direction and carry their scent to the animal, and the animal you just see it notice and he just skirts.
That fucking pisses me off,
bro. Like hunting is like I'm so excited to get into it.
I don't like killing animals, bro. Fuck that shit. I
way
feel bad killing a spider.
No, I don't. If I see I got a specific shoe in my room that I use for spiders.
I'll kill it, but like it's like fuck. You might have some children. You know what I mean?
You know what's funny? So I got a pair of like Doc Martens that I never wear in public, but they're specifically designed in my house to absolutely murder insects. I got one specific one because the bottom of it is so flat. If I see a spider, and no cap, because for some reason I talk a lot to myself, bro. I'll see the spider and I'm like, you must be new around here, and I just go and grab that shoe and just
it's fucking
on his head, bro.
Yellow fucking blood.
Just squash him, bro.
Gabe, I want to talk about something.
What you want to talk about, man? We can talk about whatever you want. We're technically
this is long overdue.
We're 30 minutes in, bro. We got a lot of time.
This is long overdue, and I know you're gonna understand. You know, there's not many things I hate, but one of the things that's really been grinding my gears is fucking bumper stickers. And I need to tell you.
Oh, dude, I'm going to tell you right now, if we weren't on camera and recording, I would have probably gotten up and walked away. Because I hate bumper stickers. Like, with a dying passion. If you have a bumper sticker, I will literally slash your
Bro, I literally saw the worst bumper sticker of all time.
What was it?
Okay, you know, before I can't reveal it yet because it's so good.
Yeah.
But I just want you to like think about this. You know, you go into a store, right?
Yeah.
It's usually like a souvenir shop, and there's a couple of stickers on the wall.
Yeah.
The one you pick says, I need to pull. Don't have my cell phone, but I'll remember. It said, unattended children will get espressos and free kittens.
That's what his bumper sticker said? I'm going to be I'm going to keep it 9,000 with you, bro. That sounds rapey, man. That sounds like I'm going to kidnap your kid.
I was like, why do you have this on your whip, bro?
That's not even funny, dude. You should be in jail. No, you should be you should be in the electric chair, bro. Fuck sending you to jail. We're sending you to death row. Expediting the process. You're done. No, hold up.
Bro.
What?
Bro. This guy had a bumper sticker on his car that said, unattended children will get free espressos and free kitten. So my next question is, I want to okay, I want to know what your day went like before you bought this sticker. I want to know what you
Yeah.
did in the morning. I want to know what your mindset was going to you.
Where did you find
that
it?
type of bumper sticker? Either A, you made it yourself, or you bought it off fucking the dark web.
You're not buying that in a store. You're buying that off Amazon.
You and me, we see a lot of cars every day because we drive.
Yeah.
And you've never seen that ever in your entire life.
No.
And I can promise you, anyone watching this has never seen that type of sticker in their life. That's
I-
fucking freaky shit, bro.
I have seen a lot of stupid ones with the stick families. I don't need to know how many fucking people are in your family. I don't need to, like, just drive your fucking Honda Odyssey.
If I have a family, I'm trying to be as covert as possible to protect my fucking people.
Exactly, bro.
I'm not going to tell you how many kids I got.
Mind your business. Mind your business. First and foremost, I will be dead in a ditch before my wife drives A, a vehicle with bumper stickers, or B, a minivan. I will literally, bro, like, I have an idea of the whips that I want, and if my wife ever walks up to me and says, hey, honey, I want a mini, I'm going to look her in the face and just be like, no. That's not, like, you're not, no. You can go out of your way, get one. I will literally rent a bulldozer and crush it. Like, that's not happening.
Jesus, bro. There's literally SUVs that hold the same amount of people.
If not, actually, no, yeah, about to.
Seven.
Actually, a Suburban holds the exact same, if not a little bit more. You could get a fucking 9-seater Suburban. Will they be crunched in the very back? 100%. But who gives a fuck?
When I used to go to the beach back in the day with my family, I used to have to sit on my grandmother's lap and like crouch because my parents were paranoid, like the police would see and give us a ticket.
Oh my god, can I tell you a funny story, actually?
Yeah, bro.
This is also another reason why minivans are gross, especially in South America, okay?
Oh, God.
So, to save money, every time we would go to visit my grandparents, we wouldn't fly directly to the closest, like, okay, we have it so blessed because if you say, oh, if someone says, I'm going to come visit you, I'm landing at Pearson, no matter where you live in the GTA, bro,
Yeah.
25 minutes tops, I'm there, 15 minutes, we're back.
Pearson's a great location, but
it's
it's
amazing.
but it's a brick.
It's a brick airport.
It's a brick airport right
Yeah.
now.
Right now.
It wasn't brick, but hey, you want to go on vacation?
Oh my God.
Be at the airport an hour or a day before.
Actually, before I go on my story, so my boy went to Paris last week. He got blessed. His aunt is a flight attendant, so he flew for $100 to Paris.
Bro, what?
He flew to Paris. All right, I'm not talking Ontario, bro. I'm talking Paris. You know what I mean? $100, first class. First class there, economy plus on the way back. Doesn't matter. That's still blessed than regular economy.
You know what pisses me off about that story? I've literally taken an Uber from downtown Toronto to my crib for more money than that.
He didn't pay for his hotel either, because she had one due to the company. So he went to Paris for 3 days, 4 days, maybe max. Actually, about 3 days. Okay, spent $100. He got blessed, but he told me when he was coming back, like home, and he landed at Pearson, it was so fucked off. Like, because this is why a lot of people have been having problems with Pearson, or one of the many problems with Pearson, is they don't let everyone. You know how, like, hey, the plane's landed, get up, get the fuck off. You know what I mean? If the moment the plane landed, if you stand up and you're in economy, you got a lot of balls, bro. Sit the fuck back down.
Yeah,
You're not getting off
you're
for
not
15
going
minutes.
Nowhere, buddy.
You're not getting anywhere. But what they would do is they would do 15 people at a time. And if you had a connection, you also got priority so you could get up and leave due to COVID. So he was like, I'm flying economy plus. He's like, I have no connections. He's like, it took me like 40 minutes to get off this plane. Because they would do 15 people at a time on one of, I think Air Canada does 1 or 2 flights daily to Paris, like nonstop. And he's like, I was economy plus and I waited 45 minutes to get off my plane to then be able to get in my car and go home.
This
Like
was
that.
yesterday?
No, this was like a couple weeks ago.
Oh, a couple weeks ago?
But
That's fucked up, bro.
yeah, and so like that blows my fucking mind. But
I just hope that I just hope when we have our super bender that our travel experience is not fucking brick due to the airport we're highly
100%.
anticipated to use.
100%. What was I saying before that? I can't remember now.
You're I don't know, man. Airport?
Something about fuck. Now I can't even remember.
Me neither, bro.
I mean, hey, listen. We had a good time today. We went down to the beach. We did some things. Chilled, obviously. Don't fucking.
Yeah. Don't. Listen.
You ever watch the sunset with your boy over the fuck? Jeez, fuck off.
Yeah, fuck.
I need another drink. Not a literal another drink, but another sip on my drink.
Damn, bro. Okay.
Bumper stickers. We were talking about bumper stickers.
Yeah,
How did we get so off the
I don't know,
fucking
man.
beat, bro?
Yeah, but bumper stickers piss me off, and you know what else pisses me off, Gabe?
What?
When people name their pets like real people names. Don't do that.
I like that. To be honest,
Don't.
I like that. No, I like that.
Real people names?
Yeah, bro, because you
Like
get to look at
fucking-
your animal and laugh and be like, "Ha, you got a fucking human name."
What's the
dumbass."
most human name you can name your fucking animal? Fucking Jefferson.
No, Jefferson's too fucking.
You can't name your fucking dog Jefferson. That
Nah, bro. Like I had
Or
a dog. Her
Frank.
name was Sophie, and it was jokes.
Sophie, that's my sister.
That's another thing that made me. Yeah, it's weird, right? To
Wow.
an extent.
What was one of those fucking weird TikTok videos I sent you recently? Fucking
Oh, bro, you've sent me so many that like I wish if I could go through my phone. And the best thing is, I look at it and I just and my feed on TikTok, or I get my feed. Yeah, I guess that's what you'd call it.
yeah.
It's so out of pocket. I get stuff from like you and like some other friends, and I look at it and when I go on my feed, it's just makes no sense.
You can't even lie. I put you on TikTok. I told you to fucking take
Okay,
that shit.
yeah, you and somebody else, but yeah.
But okay, so this is the thing that blows me away from social media. I can't really talk right now. Anyways, so you know when you got apps, right? You got TikTok, you got Instagram, Twitter, and you're always like, I don't know if there will ever be something new, right?
Yeah. Finish telling your story. I'm just gonna make sure the cameras are good. Again, fucking bear with us.
Before I say this, we have to do a Gar montage.
Let me take a seat, man.
Yeah, see and Gar montage, and then I need to tell you something legit.
Gar montage. All right. And hey, listen. Before Chris says what he has to say, these Gar montages aren't gonna be quite often. So
Yeah.
when you see them, show some fucking respect.
If you got a Gar right now, muck it. If you don't, collect one. It's always a solution to every problem.
Actually, before you tell your story,
Which I honestly can't remember what it was.
what were we? Doesn't matter. We'll find it. We'll go back to it.
We'll figure it out.
I just want to tell you something that I learned. I've actually been like, first of all, shout out the internet, right?
Oh fuck, man.
You learn a lot of stuff that you didn't think that you wanted to learn. Like I've learned a lot of just absolute things that I don't need to know.
Too
And
much
not
knowledge.
even in a bad way, but in a good way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like if it was the 80s,
Yeah.
you would be just calling every friend you have on the phone
Exactly.
and not getting snake by bell.
We got to talk about that. But one thing I learned about Gars, I learned two things. One thing is what I told you earlier. For those of you guys that don't know, so back in the day, the whole thing about cigars is it was like the Cuban cigar. Like that's if someone says I got a Cuban cigar, that's elite.
Yeah.
Anything else, you're like meh. But so apparently at one point after the Cuban. So what made Cuban cigars so good was the soil that they would plant the tobacco, like leaves in and whatever. And then they ran out. They didn't run out necessarily, but the ground itself wasn't as good, right? Like the soil and stuff. So a lot of them moved to Nicaragua, I believe, and then they would make their cigars there.
Better soil and shit, right?
Better soil, but it was the OG people that made the Cubans good. So now, Cuban level cigars that like Cuban level, which was like elite back in like the 80s and 70s, is no longer there. So now it's like if you have a Nicaragua one, it's just as good, but the stigma of Cuban cigars is still like top tier
because it's kind of like a trademark name. It's you know, like it's something that like there's certain countries that are known for certain shit, and Cuba is known for like Cuban cigars, hence why it's in the name, you know.
100%. Like everyone that I've known that has gone there, like especially if it's like someone like a family friend, my dad has always been like, bring me back a box of cigars.
Yeah.
Like, or just don't come
literally
back. You know what I mean? Like that's what it is.
Don't tell me you're going if you're not gonna fucking bring me a box of cigars back.
100%. So
and you only get them from the guys on the beach, by the way.
Exactly. And another thing I learned too, though, which you would never think about this, but if you can see this right now, so I know you can, but I'm talking about the camera. People sitting at home.
No, they can see it, bro.
Can you see it? Can you see it?
You can see it.
You're blessed.
We got ample lighting, and we got conditions for you to understand.
Yeah. So don't be a fucking idiot and open your eyes.
Hey, can you zoom on your fucking device you're watching?
Probably not, but screenshot it and zoom anyways.
Screenshot and fucking zoom.
Don't zoom into our faces because we're handsome men. But
yeah, because that you might leave that as your screensaver.
And next thing you know, you got problems with people. You know what I mean? But so apparently another thing is the amount that you can burn before you ash it is a huge compliment. Like if you could smoke a whole cigar
and then just have straight.
I'm being dead ass.
Holy fuck, bro.
Chris, I'm being dead ass.
You're blowing my mind, bro.
If you have a massive amount, like right now, like I would probably ash this for the sake of I don't want this to fall on me.
Facts.
Like a cigarette.
Yeah.
People ash it because the ash is fucking it's cheap shit. You know what I mean? Like yeah, your pack of bogeys are expensive, but in reality,
you're not gonna fucking have a curving ash fucking cigarette in your mouth.
Exactly. But the longer you have something that you can ash, it's a compliment. So like if you can smoke a whole cigar and the ash part is just longer, that's like that's elite. Me personally, I just don't want this to fall on my sweatpants.
Facts, because
so I'm gonna
we got polyester and we got plastic.
Exactly.
We work too hard to have these fucking pants burnt.
You know what, man? We work hard enough and we still manage to fuck up our clothes.
That's true. Can't ever wear white. Why? Because somehow I'll get ketchup on my shirt.
Dude, I fucking spent $50 on a pair of Roots male thoughty fucking sweat shorts. Got them dirty when I went fishing. Shouldn't have wore them when I went fishing to begin with.
That's a mistake, brother in Christ.
That was a huge mistake.
Don't wear your fresh Roots when you're killing for fish.
Yeah, you're right. But I didn't even, like, honestly, I go fishing a lot to just be in the middle of nowhere and just read a book.
So in a sense, I guess it's like kind of therapeutic, right? Because
fishing?
Yeah,
100%. Like the nice thing about when I go fishing, I always go with my dad, right? So we'll be kind of off some random shore in the middle of fucking nowhere, and I'll fish for a bit. Like I enjoy the concept of fishing. Don't get me wrong. Like I definitely like it. I'm starting to like it more now that I'm getting older, because when you're a kid, you're like, this is brick. But then you start to get older, and then once you buy your own shit, you're like, okay, I like this, yada, yada, yada. But now I'm really starting to enjoy it, where it's like, this is fucking, I'm away from everything. I don't have reception on my phone. I am, like, in the middle of the water. It's quiet. There's, like, nothing that can piss me off. That's where I end up doing low-key a lot of my reading. Every time in the summer when I go fishing with my dad, bro, I murk. One time I almost finished a fucking 400-page book.
So peaceful.
So peaceful, because I'm, like, out there, and, like, the last time we went fishing, it was a very, like, tropical-esque lake, where there's, like, the water wasn't, like, black. It was, like, fairly green or, like, light blue, and it was very, like, nice. So, like, that mixed in with just, like, the waves and everything, like, you just feel vibe, so relaxed, man. You go home and you go to bed, and like now, because like I've done it so often, it doesn't really affect me. But when I was like, even last year, to be honest, I would go to bed and I'd feel like my body's rocking on the boat.
That's crazy.
And it would just be one of the greatest feelings of my fucking life, man.
I can't relate, because my only experiences with fishing are just fucking grabbing that worm and fucking murdering it with the hook.
If we ever go fishing, you won't touch a worm, mostly because I hate fishing with them. We will do, and like, bro, like I got a tackle box filled with artificial fucking
I need artificial bait.
Yeah, Artificial bait is so elite. And dude, you know what's okay? Hold up. You know what's so fucked? So back in the day, right? You would just throw whatever it. And when I mean back in the day, I mean like let's talk like Aboriginals.
Oh, not
and,
like when we were 10,
no,
but like
I'm talking
apocalypto ages.
Yeah, way back in the day, and even like as like time progressed, you would throw your bait in the water if it's fish. A lot of people use maggots as well. You know what
Maggots?
I mean? Maggots.
Oh,
They'll find
fuck
maggots.
that.
They'll throw it in the water, and the
Aren't
fish will eat
maggots
that.
baby flies or is
Essentially, they'll get a thick maggot, and they'll just do whatever and toss it in the water because it attracts like the
that
fish.
pisses
right?
me off, bro. I fucking hate maggots.
They're fucking disgusting. I would never fish with them. But
But,
you
yeah.
you would do that, catch the fish, and you're good. Fishing has gotten so advanced, bro, that like first of all you have artificial bait, right? And it doesn't even stop at that. I'm gonna cut to whatever that looks like because that was fucking clean as shit. So what a lot of people do is like I was watching this professional fisherman one time, and he gets paid to fish, right? Like that's his bread and butter.
But is this guy fishing with those fucking like huge?
A lot of artificial. He
huge
fishes
nets?
to try and get like, not necessarily. He'll on his page he'll fish to be like, oh I caught all this. I'm gonna now show you guys how to fillet
Okay,
it
that's good.
and make stuff. But then he'll also be like, oh I'm going to this competition where it'll be footage of him / like MLF, which is Major League Fishing, like legitimate like 4K
Like a
footage,
league?
elite footage, and they catch bass, and it's like he has like an official on his boat, and they weigh it and the like, length or whatever. But okay, and then whoever catches the most heaviest bass will win the like fucking like $1,000 fucking pot.
That's fucking crazy.
It's crazy,
man.
right?
That's
So
absolutely crazy, bro.
his thing is he was doing a walkthrough of his boat, which is like kind of like my dad's, but like $100,000 more. You know what I mean? Which is
Yeah.
fucked. Like he
'Cause
spends,
this is this guy's livelihood
Dude,
is just
when-
fucking grabbing fish.
dude. So you know how like whenever anything in life, if you really like it, you're gonna invest in making. So you got the best gear, best equipment, all that stuff, right?
Of course.
So with his stuff, he will, and like it's not like LeBron where it's like, yo, here's a stupid unlimited pair of
Okay,
Jordans.
Don't fucking say his name.
Go hoop. You know
And
what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like that. It's like you kind of we'll give you your stuff, but you got to make it up for it and stuff, or like in like winning competition and stuff,
Yeah.
and make money. So he has this thing. First of all, he has more equipment on his fucking boat than I have in like not even just my stuff, but everything in my house combined.
Yeah, that's a
Like-
lot, bro.
So he has this thing, bro, at the front of his boat that's attached to his trolling motor when he's going in like really low waters that will play like a sonar sound to dead the sound of him walking around on the boat
That's
or him
disgusting.
casting. And it's called bait blitz, so it makes noises that fish like, so then they're more relaxed. So he could then really get into those like fucking tight spots and catch fish. Like that blows my mind. You know what I mean?
Shout out fish. We're gonna have some tonight.
Yeah. And shrimp. Yeah, oh, bro, shrimp is so good.
Shrimp is so fucking good. It pisses me off.
Like,
Cause have you ever watched Shark Tale with Will Smith?
of course, bro. Who hasn't watched
hasn't?
Shark Tale? If
Yo.
you haven't watched Shark Tale, grow up.
If you haven't watched Shark Tale, she's too young for you.
100%.
Remember that bad fish? Was it Will Smith's? Was it
The
Will
one that was
Smith's?
trying to clap?
Was it Will Smith's thing?
I think so, yeah. Imagine they did a follow-up to that movie like they did Finding Nemo. That movie literally came out to combat Fighting Nemo. You gotta fight the
It's
fuck
literally
out of Nemo,
it's
dude.
literally Nemo with a fucking black belt jujitsu fucking
Yeah.
suit.
And he's
Bla-
got like black Tims on.
Yeah. Oh man. So the other day I saw a TikTok of how dark the ocean is.
Oh, that scares me.
Like so. Yeah,
you
yeah.
You know the audio.
So, yeah.
You know.
That dark pirate sound. So these people were on a cruise ship, and they're filming the cruise ship, and it's nighttime. The guy moves his phone towards the ocean, and
And it's
it's
black,
just
right?
fucking a black hole.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about people that have got lost at sea, and there's literally people that have gotten lost at sea, like forgotten on like an excursion, and they're
Yeah.
just chilling in the ocean. It's nighttime, completely dark, infinite darkness.
Yeah.
Just a life jacket, 1,000 feet of just anything under them. I
So-
would probably die of a heart attack.
So let me tell you about like a true story. I don't know 100% this story. Started watching the movie. The movie was kind of brick. Also, I was lizard eyeing, so I turned it off.
What
because
movie was
fun
it?
asleep. Pacific something. I can't
Pacific
remember.
Rim.
Yo, Pacific Rim's good, bro.
I haven't
I
watched
had an
it.
argument with my ex because she's like, "Yo, this movie sucks." I'm like, "Yo, shut the fuck up. This is good." We also watched the second one, brick as fuck. But
Anyways, that's the Transformers fucking saga.
so
Anyways.
good, bro. That movie is so fucking
Yeah.
good. The first one, not the second one. But so it was about a U.S. I think it was during World War II. Their ship got sunk in the Pacific or somewhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember the exact numbers, and I don't want to the butcher, but let's say hypothetically, like there's like 200 of them, like 80 of them survived because a bunch of them got murked by sharks. They were stuck in the middle of the ocean
That
for
pisses me off.
time until they got rescued, bro.
That's so scary, bro. I don't like that at all, man. And
Yeah.
and I've told you this before, but I've been at a drop off, and that was probably one of the most intense moments of my life.
You got a lighter? Where's the lighter at? My bad. Continue
No.
your story.
I went to a drop off with the wifey.
Yeah.
And that shit, bro. It's not for everyone. It's not for the faint of heart.
Honestly, it scares me mostly because we don't know exactly. Like, we've explored every fucking corner of legitimate land in this fucking earth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the scary part is there more. I know what you mean. And now, like, imagine that there's more ocean that we haven't discovered yet.
Oh.
You know, it's a weird statistic or fact that pisses me off. That us as human beings, we know more about space than we know about our ocean. This is a fact.
Which
Google
makes
it.
no sense to me because you would think that we're trying to like we should figure out exactly what we have in our own backyard. You know what I mean? And we haven't done that. We haven't really gone out of our way to. I mean, I guess we have, but like to really explore it because we haven't.
Because I guess with the ocean, it's a little bit more difficult due to like the component of the water pressure, right?
Yeah, that's
Because I guess we don't with space. It's like an open vacuum of just nothing. So all you realistically got to do is provide oxygen and stay in the gravitational pull of where you're fucking trying to observe. So I guess Earth, which is most of the
Yeah.
satellites and shit.
But also, with what we have on Earth, dude, the moment I feel like when it comes to space, when you look at the grandiose of space,
Awesome.
you're like, oh fuck, what we have here, like none of this matters.
Nothing
bro.
matters. I've
Nothing
sent
matters.
you videos of you've seen
Yeah.
the videos I've sent you. You've literally
Yeah.
just like it's literally like a zoom out. It starts from like the Earth, and it just starts zooming out from our solar system, then our galaxy, then
Yeah.
like neighboring galaxies, and clusters of galaxies, and then fucking a bubble of galaxies connected to more galaxies, and the zoom keeps exiting, and it's over. It's like too much. It's too much to even comprehend.
We in the grand scheme of things are so fucking small and just straight up don't matter.
And that comes back to the point, like, if you want to do something, do it.
Yeah.
Because
A big ass rock can end us tomorrow, and we have and we talked about this before. We have no way to stop it.
absolutely no way to. We talked about this on
Yeah.
Fuck It We Bought Volume 1.
Yeah.
And
Like we think nuke it. No.
no.
If it doesn't break up into small enough pieces, and depending on the size of it,
even if it does,
someone somewhere is gonna get fucking murked. There's no way for us to legitimately stop. And on top of that, bro, we have so much space junk, which fucking
it
blows
pisses
my
me off
mind.
because it's literally a fact that eventually it's going to get to the point where we're going to get trapped on Earth.
Yeah.
Because I guess eventually maybe some sort of technology will be able to avoid that, but you're going to get to the point where if you leave Earth, there's so much space junk from satellites and everything that you literally won't be able to get out
Yeah.
unless you hit something. And
if
at
you
that
do, you're
point,
fucked.
bro, like you're not trying to exit Earth, hit a fucking piece of space junk, and your spaceship is fucked.
Like,
and then you literally can't leave because it's orbiting Earth.
Like, that's what I really like about, like, what Elon's doing with SpaceX. Because he's like, I'm going to send
1,000,000%.
my rocket up. We're going to send the capsule. It's going to go by itself. And my actual boosters are going to come back down to Earth. And they're going to land by themselves. Bro, I'm going to cue a video right now of 2 of his boosters landing side by side, essentially, with, I'm not going to say ease, because God knows it took a long fucking time for them to get, like, I read Elon's, like, autobiography that, like, someone else wrote, but was spending time with him. And I thought to myself, and this was before, way before who Elon is now.
Like MasterCard days, I lie?
Yeah, and you look at his, like, what they were doing, and it's like, they failed so many fucking times. Originally, they were launching out of, like, Fiji and stuff. And then one of the reasons they stopped was because the salt from the water was fucking up the rockets. Wow. So, like, we can't keep doing this. They're like, our shit works, but because of where we're launching from, it's not working. So now he's at the point where he's got government contracts where he's like,
yeah, literally with NASA and shit.
I will send supplies up to the ISS.
How much of a power move is that to have a company that you get to the point where you got a government contract with NASA to fucking improve humanity and find different outlets to succeed, you know?
Yeah. If you have a government contract like that, bro, you won. Like, there's companies
that's where the money is, bro.
100%. Boeing, bro, are you fucking kidding me? Boeing, people think like, oh, 747s, random airplanes, this and that. It's like, no. They make that for fun. Where they make their real money is their fighter jets.
Bro, I saw a recent video of a stealth bomber. I saw a video. It was like 2 jets, and we'll pull it up if I can send it to you.
Yeah. If he can find it,
you're gonna be seeing it right now.
It's right here.
And I probably will be able to find it. But it's a video of a stealth bomber, man, with 2 I guess Army jet fighter planes. And bro, this fucking air vehicle looks like a fucking spaceship because it's like.
Is it the really black one that looks like a triangle?
And it's a triangle and it's just fucking hovering.
Oh, dude, that thing could be above us right now. We would not know because
it's so scary.
Yeah.
I saw the video and it kind of gave me chills because it's like that looks so out of this earth.
Yeah.
And I know that model of plane came out
time
ago.
It's a stealth B something, but I know exactly what plane you're talking about. And I have a weird fascination.
And it was like a fucking crowd of people just admiring this fucking airplane, and it's really creepy, man. Because like, look at it this way, that's the thing they're showing to the public.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Yeah. That's what they're like comfortable with showing. Mostly, not even because it's like I'm gonna show the public this, but it's like because whatever you show the public, realistically, you're also showing your enemies. Right?
Literally.
So they're like,
because now it's public knowledge.
We'll show you this, but we're not going to show you what we're legitimately capable of.
And this comes back to like everything is in a tier, right? That, I wonder what tier of, I guess, acceptable government release that is, because there has to be shit that might be a couple or many levels above that we can't even comprehend as a society, you know?
So here's the thing, right? Let's say, and I think I've had this conversation before. I can't remember when or on what occasion. Realistically, there's no right occasion to have this random conversation because I always think about out-of-pocket shit.
This is a conversation we've had in situations like this. However, no equipment around.
No equipment, just us sitting in a fucking room.
And lizard eyeing with stars in the sky. But
so here's the thing, right? Let's say...
Oh, that was a big ash, bro.
That was a big ash?
Shout out the 3 wise kings, you know?
Facts. So here's the thing, right? If I know I got something that can fuck up my enemy, I'm not going to tell them exactly, like, what I am capable of. But I'm going to subtly make you... Everything's a mind game. No, okay, realistically, everything you do in life is a mind game.
Everything.
Every single fucking thing.
Even interviews for work.
Oh, dude, 100%. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it's always good to be honest and say... what you are capable of, but people will fucking like.
I'm convincing you
that I'm the right person.
That I'm the right person for you to hire for this company.
100%.
At the end of the day, the document you have in front of you, if you validated it as a legit thing, I can say anything to you during this interview, obviously with reason, but I'm just trying to convince you. So, everything in life is a mind game. Even, maybe not everything, but majority of things are mind games.
Right about it. But you don't want the person that you're going up against to know exactly what you're capable of, right? It's always been like that. And bro, the whole thing about like like the 300, like the Spartans and everything.
Yeah.
Their whole thing was, we're gonna make enough fucking noise to make it seem like we got way more than you, but in reality we have a fraction of what you have. We're gonna scare you.
Yeah.
It was. I don't know if you've ever heard.
But to a certain degree, they had some validation to impose that fear.
They all got fucked up at the end of the day.
They did.
But
No. Because at the end of 300, when what was the fucking hole kicker guy's name? You know who I'm talking about? The king, right?
Yeah, King Leonidas.
So he was like the fucking final form guy.
Yeah.
So when his army died, remember that the movie ended, but there was the whole ass army of the Spartans
coming right behind
them. So the story was just the 300, but there's still fucking hella left.
Well, there's a story, exactly who it was and the backstory to it, I don't know. But there's one about like the whole burn the boats. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
So burn the boats, it's a really good like low key like a fuck, like let's fuck essential story, right? So they got to where they had to go, and they're like whoever was leading them said, you know what, burn all of our boats. They got there by boats, okay, and they're like, burn all of our boats, because
we're here to fuck.
We're here to fuck. Yeah, we're not going anywhere. We are not leaving.
Yeah, until we fucking get a dub.
So here's the thing: your troops, right? This is the way that like two people are gonna look at it. Your troops are gonna be like, well, we're not leaving. Like, I'm sure it's fucking not dying, so I'm fighting for my literal fucking life.
Because what else is there to do?
Like, I'm here to fuck.
Yeah.
There's no way for me to go home.
No.
Unless I take over your land and take your boats. I'm taking your boat because I want to see my son. Yeah. Or whatever. You know what I mean? There's that aspect of it that it will, like, kind of encourage, like, your troops to be like, you know what? Fuck it. Time to fuck.
Yeah.
Like, this is where either I'm going to live or I'm going to die, and I'm going to do what I can to live. Because everyone's going to do that, right? And then you got your enemies looking at it like, holy shit. The only way they can retreat is gone. These guys have nothing else to lose.
Yeah.
We got a real problem on our hands. So you look at it like that. How that whole story, like, played out, couldn't tell you. Maybe they died, maybe they didn't. But mentally, that's such a good strategic thing, bro, to make you be like, all right,
you know
I'm
what,
gonna win.
You know what really, like, fascinated me about that movie was a certain scene where they're doing their battles and shit, and then they come across this other army, and they're all like dressed in like black gear, but they're friendly because they're trying to fight the bigger problem, which is that fucking King Tut King, you know,
with all the fucking chains and shit.
Yeah, with his deep ass voice.
Sure he gets fucked.
Yeah, he got like fucking
beheaded.
He got sliced with the arrow, so everyone's like, oh, he's not a god, right?
Dude, that's the thing. You make a god. Oh fuck.
But wait.
Said that shit, bro.
Literally, because he was a god.
Yeah.
Bro, you're just 6'7".
Yeah.
So when they met this army in the movie, they're trying to be like, yeah, let's fight together.
Mm-hmm. And
the main king was like, what's your profession? Right? You know what scene I'm talking about?
I know. When the two armies meet, it's like, yo, what's your profession?
And the guy's like, oh, I'm a plumber. I'm a carpenter.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. And then it's like a couple guys are saying their profession.
And then he screams to this whole army, yo, what do you do?
And then just fucking war noises.
And then it's like, we fuck.
Yeah, it would be disrespectful for us to accept your fucking help.
Yeah.
Because you're a carpenter.
Yeah.
When I was 6, I got thrown in the fucking forest and I had to fight a fucking saber-toothed tiger. Yeah. And if I made it out alive, I would join the army.
You know there's a second movie to that?
What?
Yeah, bro. I haven't seen it, but it's like showing what happens after, and I think it's his wife leading shit. I could be wrong.
300 is one of those, like, in my opinion, probably like a top 25 movie of all time. because it's so different.
You know who directed that too?
Don't fucking tell me Mel Gibson,
No,
or else
no,
I'm
no,
gonna
no.
flip
No,
the
no.
table.
If it was Mel Gibson, it would be better quality in my opinion.
Better
But,
quality,
yeah. Mel Gibson does not miss.
But that
Passion
was-
of the Christ. Fuck you talking about?
but 300 was like a cinematic masterpiece though, with all the
Yeah.
all the views and shit.
So 300, I think, if I'm not mistaken, was directed by Zack Snyder.
No idea who that is, but
So,
sounds like the fucking sausages.
He started to do. Okay, you know how the Justice League was so shit?
Mhm.
So he originally started it, and unfortunately, due to some circumstances, his daughter at the time committed suicide.
Oh,
So he had to step back from the movie, right?
300.
No, she's the same guy that directed 300.
Okay, so this wasn't during
No.
300. Okay.
He was doing Justice League,
Uh-huh.
and unfortunately, that circumstance happened, and he stepped back from the movie, obviously, because he's like, I got family problems, you know, I gotta figure out I gotta sort my house out. So Josh Whedon took over, which he had done Avengers Age of Ultron, which was not a bad movie, but it was very
wasn't-
like corny.
It was an Infinity War.
No, which was by the Russo brothers, which amazing. So that's why the Justice League was so brick. But then people were saying like, release the Snyder cut, release the original thing about this movie. And years after, he ended up doing it, and he paid out of his own pocket to. He literally shot scenes in his backyard on green screen because he's like, I need like.
Because he knows he's a GOAT.
He's really good.
And that's all he needs is just
Yeah.
minimal shit.
Minimal shit. He also did Watchmen, which is not a bad movie.
Watchmen, that's not a bad movie.
It's not.
I watched that movie with my parents in the movie theater when I was young as hell, because that came out a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing I remember about that movie, because I was young as hell with my parents, so I felt mad uncomfortable. There was a scene where there was a nudity. A lie?
Yeah, the Watchmen is very like The Boys in terms of like it's R-rated. But yeah, Zack Snyder, top tier director. We gotta watch that second sequel, I guess, to 300. I've never seen it.
Facts.
I've heard good things about it. I've never actually watched it though. We should definitely get absolutely obliterated and watch it.
Look, if there is a movie you've been wanting to watch, just watch it. Because I know I'm a victim of this. I don't know about you, but I put hella movies on my favorites,
Yeah,
and I never watch them.
I do that in TV shows. I stack that shit up, and I just keep going back to the same things.
I feel
How
like
many times have I seen The Office? Couldn't tell you.
that The Office has been part of my life for many reasons,
Yeah.
and many times. That's all I have to say.
I've watched The Office in multiple mentalities,
Yeah.
and I always get like the same pleasure from it, where it's like I could be very upset and watch it and be happy.
Facts.
I could be very happy, watch it, and I'm still happy.
We need to acknowledge that Steve Carell
Top tier.
is, especially with that masterpiece with The Office, if you haven't watched it, you need to watch it, because if you don't find The Office funny, there's something wrong with you.
No. What pisses me off is if you don't find The Office funny, but you will sit there and tell me that Friends is funny,
You got it all wrong, Buster.
you're a fucking loser. Like,
Steve Carell is so fucking talented, bro, and he has the pleasure of knowing that he has a TV show that will remain one of those iconic shows that will never be forgotten
for the
and
rest
there's-
of his life.
And there's a select few of shows that are in that category.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad,
Oh yeah.
The Office, fucking. For me, Black Mirror.
Yeah.
I don't know, like,
That's Black Mirror is one of those shows where you watch. Not every episode will like hit. I mean, every episode
hits in a way.
but like not every episode will hit you the same way.
Every episode I feel has some sort. If you haven't watched it, in a nutshell, every episode has a lesson on how our technology can how far technology can take us.
100%. And how far technology can be our downfall as humans.
1,000,000%. And
Like-
and the really scary part about the show is that everything that they portray is technically realistic, even
Yeah.
with the evidence that we have currently with the scientific things that are going on with like Elon and shit. So
Yeah.
watch that stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those shows that it's going to open your eyes as to what can happen to us as a society.
Yeah.
Some things are way more out of pocket than others, but like
It's not all like impossible. That's the fucked up part.
you know what scares me the most out of those episodes, like out of all the things that I've seen about it? It's not the episodes like where the dogs are like fucking robots and fucking everybody. It's none of those episodes. The episodes that fuck me up is what things can do to you as a person. Like there's that one where the guy I mean there's two that I can think of off the top of my head. One where the guy wants to see his daughter so fucking bad because the moment his daughter was born, his wife switched up on him.
Oh
He
yeah.
didn't know what to do.
That was the one we watched.
Did we watch that together?
The fucking Christmas one with the guy in the cabin, and he
think
kept
so.
visiting her. Remember?
And then he comes to find out that
Yeah.
his daughter is not his daughter.
That's the one we watched when we
Dude.
were injured.
Did we watch that one? Dude,
Yeah.
I was fighting for my life.
Yeah, exactly.
But that episode fucked me up because it's like, damn, this guy did everything he could to try and see his daughter. But if his girl at the time was just honest and just said what happened, he wouldn't have gone through all this struggle to essentially find out that like his daughter is not
Oh.
his daughter.
Yeah. Let's spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Okay. There's a technology that you can block people. Guy gets in some weird beef with his wife. She blocks him completely from seeing his daughter. He obsesses over his daughter because, in all fairness, it's his
Any man
right.
would.
Yeah,
That's what you think is your kin.
exactly. So he's fucking
Like-
kind of stalking his wife and his daughter and trying to and seeing their block silhouettes, especially on the Christmas get together at that certain home.
Yeah.
So once his wife dies, the filter is off. The block is off.
Yeah.
Because his daughter didn't put the filter on him, his wife did. So his wife dies,
Yeah.
and then
Finds out it's not his daughter.
he's a white guy. His wife is a white woman,
And then the baby's like Asian, no?
and the baby's Asian. So this guy literally was suffering to see his daughter, and at the end of the day, it wasn't even his. Moral of the story: if you get fucking Black Mirror blocked, just let it be, because the daughter might not even be yours.
Yeah. There's that one. The other one I thought about before we sign off is the one where the guy finds out his wife has been cheating on him.
With the retina fucking eyeball thing.
Jesus Christ, bro. When I watched that episode,
That's
I'm like,
hectic.
holy fuck. I'm
That's
like,
gonna happen.
Like that,
1,000,000%.
because even when they're having sex in it, bro, they're playing shit in their head that they watch, right? So then it makes you think at the end of the episode when when they were having sex, maybe he was rewatching when they had sex, but she was watching when she fucked the other, and I was like, Jesus
That's
Christ.
too much.
Yeah,
That's bro. That's way too much.
that was way too much. bro.
And my mind's about to explode. So
This has been another installment in the camping series.
another
This time brought to you guys at night.
if you stuck through to the end, just know there's another one coming. But we gotta keep you all entertained. Gabe, give them a Gar montage right now. Okay,
I got a bunch of fucking shit in my mouth.
give them a
because
Gar montage, Gabe. This is Gar talk.
all the wind is coming back in my face.
A shout out to all of our fucking audience members. Hella insects. We about
Yeah.
to cook some fish.
Yeah, we're gonna do shrimp,
shrimp?
and salmon.
And then we might be back for the continuation of the saga.
Yeah,
Did I say that right?
I
Or did
think
I
so,
say
yeah.
it like a fucking immigrant? Because I am one, so don't get offended.
listen, we're
We're all
here.
immigrants.
Odds are, if you're hearing it, you're also an immigrant.
Facts. And shout out if you're not an immigrant, because
You know what I mean?
that's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. Shout out
Shout
Tupac.
Fucking makes me sick. That was good. So yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. No idea what camera I'm gonna pan to on that edit, but This has been another episode.
Gabe,
of Fuck It
before we go, health,
Oh,
gains, knowledge.
you're missing one important thing.
Oh, my bad.
What do you have to stack at the end of the day?
Don't
Dude?
ever forget to stack your pan.
If you forget to stack your pun, bro, go fuck yourself. You know what I mean?
Peace!
Peace.